Arc Raiders fumbled hard, and it might be dead on arrival. This October, Arc Raiders was one of those games that felt like it had real momentum. Slick trailers, a distinct retro-futuristic look, and a promising pitch as a PvE co-op extraction shooter with physics-driven action. It had that next big thing, energy, especially coming from Embark Studios, which is made up of ex-DICE veterans. People were hyped. But then came Summer Game Fest 2025, and it all fell apart. Leading up to the show, Embark teased fans with a cryptic countdown on the Arc Raiders website. This naturally got the community buzzing. Some thought it was a surprise beta drop, others thought the full game was going to stealth launch right after the event. You don't just throw a countdown on your homepage days before a massive reveal unless something big is coming, right? Apparently wrong. Instead, they revealed a new trailer with no meaningful new gameplay, no playable access, and just a release date, October 30. That was it. The trailer didn't even show off what's changed since the last beta. It was vague, atmospheric, and more cinematic than informative. Fans were left feeling like they'd been strung along for nothing. Reddit, Discord, and Twitter, or whatever it's called now, lit up with disappointment. People weren't just annoyed, they were confused. The countdown, in hindsight, came off like a marketing stunt with no payoff. And then the real kicker hit. Arc Raiders is no longer free to play. It's now a $39.99 game. This was a complete 180 from everything previously communicated. Early marketing had clearly framed Arc Raiders as a free-to-play title with optional cosmetics and seasonal content. That was part of the appeal. It was supposed to be a more accessible, drop-in, sci-fi alternative to something like Destiny or the Finals. Suddenly flipping the monetization model with zero explanation? That felt like a bait and switch. A lot of people who were cautiously optimistic about trying the game just dipped out at that point. To be fair, the devs did acknowledge the backlash. In a follow-up blog post, Embark admitted the trailer didn't hit the mark and said they overestimated the impact of the reveal. But honestly, the damage was done. Community trust is hard to win back, especially when your game hasn't even launched yet. The timing of the release doesn't help either. October 30th puts Arc Raiders right into the meat grinder of Q4 releases. It's launching shortly after Bungie's Marathon reboot, which is backed by a ton of hype and a much clearer identity. Meanwhile, Helldivers 2 is still riding high with a loyal player base, consistent updates, and a similar co-op extraction loop that already works. Even smaller titles like Assault Hunger and The First Descendant are carving out their own space in the genre. Arc Raiders, by comparison, feels like it's still trying to figure out what it wants to be. Is it PvE with light PvP elements? Is it an extraction shooter or more of a horde survival co-op? The messaging has been inconsistent, and with only a few months left before launch, that's not a great sign. And there's another looming concern: server stability and post-launch support. The recent playtests were rocky, and if the game launches with technical issues, a buggy client, or weak anti-cheat, it might not survive long enough to recover. With so many other games vying for players' time, a rocky launch window could easily be the nail in the coffin. This wouldn't be the first time a game with potential gets buried under bad marketing, unclear direction, and poor timing. Think of what happened with Redfall or X-Defiant, games that had solid foundations but couldn't stick the landing due to a mixture of confusion, overpromising, and sheer bad luck with timing. So yeah, unless Embark pulls off a miraculous turnaround, a bold new beta, a transparent dev roadmap, and an actual reason to care about the October release, it's hard to imagine Arc Raiders surviving the fall. The hype is gone, trust is shaken, and the competition is brutal. At this rate, Arc Raiders isn't launching with a bang. It's quietly setting itself up to be dead on arrival.